Here's a game that, judging by the title of this series, shouldn't even be here, because it was never released in Japan. You see, a few of my games I own on pirate or reproduction cartridges, because they are either too expensive, RPGs that I couldn't read otherwise, or like this game doesn't even have a Famicom version. And I don't want an NES cartridge uglily sticking out of my twin Famicom like an upside down shovel. Anyway, Monster in My Pocket. It was a line of toys, comics and various merchandise. It had a cartoon show, trading cards, and it fell upon Konami to make the game version. One of the programmers, Etsunobu Ebisu, you might recognize from such franchises as the Goemon series, for which he both programmed for and co-starred in. As the game starts, you're threatened via medium of television by the villain Warlock, who to me looks more like Tommy Lee Jones's doll from Small Soldiers, who has sent out his henchmen to defeat us. And by us, I mean the two playable characters, Vampire and the Monster. It's obvious that they were dodging copyright here, as the Vampire is clearly Dracula, Nosferatu to be precise, and the Monster, well, whose monster? Could it be Frankenstein's monster? From the title, you would be correct in deducing that these monsters are small, and the whole game takes place in oversized areas, kinda like Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers or Toy Commander. The first level takes place in a house, including bedroom, kitchen and a boss battle in the fridge. Now, the Warlock didn't send out his henchmen so much as throw them at you, which is honestly a flaw of the game, at least early on, as little of it feels thought out. It's just a bunch of enemies between you and the end of the stage. But most of them die in one hit at least, which helps keep the tempo up. The enemies I assume are all sold separately as Monster in My Pocket figures. They're fairly generic as far as mythological monsters go, but I do like the one that looks like the Scream. Both the Vampire and Monster controls exactly the same, and both have only one attack, which is a bit disappointing. Being able to turn into a bat as the Vampire or having a super attack as the Monster or something would have been nice. But at least there's a double jump. Early on you come across a key, but it's not to be used to unlock anything, it's just a weapon. That's not right. Although if you keep it with you, you can use it against the boss to make some extra damage, and to finally have a ranged attack. The music, at least the song for the first stage, is a rockin' tune indeed. And there's no wonder I like it so much, as it turns out that the composer was Kozo Nakamura, who also made the music for most of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games, and they have some pretty awesome music. I guess making music for licensed things was his forte. In general, this game is inviting, has good presentation and it feels good to kill monsters. But the pure onslaught of them can make it pretty hard at times, even with a 5-hit life bar. The limitations in attacking and so on leads me to believe that this game could have used a little more development time, or another certain something to make it a great game. As it stands though, it's still a pretty good game. And finally the title. The first thing I thought of when I found this game was, Monster in My Pocket? Like Pokémon? Well, I guess the makers of this pirate card thought the same. I mean, look at the sticker they made.